Welcome to Fear-Free Friday, day 152 of the 2-Minute Author Challenge. Today's quote comes from Erica Jong, who said, "Everyone has talent. What's rare is the courage to follow it to the dark places where it leads." Isn't that beautiful? Hi there, my name is Christopher D'Armani, and I help authors go from blank page to finished first draft to published book with ease. And one of the tools that I use to help authors do that is by helping them embrace their courage, because talent simply is never enough. So with that, let's move in. So what is talent? Let's talk about that for a second. Talent is raw potential. It's what you're capable of. It's not an actionable resource. Many people confuse the fact that, well, this guy's really talented or this woman is really, really talented. But talent doesn't matter. If they're not doing anything with it, if they're not trying to make themselves better with that and increase that talent, completely useless stuff, right? Talent without the willingness to hone it into a mighty skill truly is useless. Because I'll give you an example about that in a minute. You know, talent plus hard work, that's the thing that's going to make you unstoppable. That's the thing that's going to allow you to complete, publish, and market your book successfully. Because when you add that hard work ethic and you do all those things daily, you're willing to do all those things that are required to be successful, right? So in that respect, I want to talk about Michael Jordan for a minute. I mean, this is the greatest basketball player of all time. Truly is. Now, he was also an incredibly talented young man. And yet, that talent isn't the thing that got him on an NBA championship, or 6 of them, actually. Talent alone didn't get him there. What got him there was his work ethic. That he was willing to work harder and longer than anyone else to perfect his game. You know, that's the thing that set him apart from just about everybody else in the league. And if you take a look at any of the top, like the truly elite performers in any sport, they all have this same thing. They have the same quality. They have an immense amount of talent, sure, but they have the willingness to do more than other people aren't. I mean, there's a great quote from Jerry Rice about that. He says, "I'm willing to do today what other people aren't, so that on Sunday I can do what they can't." You know, that's what it boils down to. And that's the same sort of ethic that I'm talking about, that Jordan, exemplified. He showed up early for practice. He stayed late after practice. He sought to become a better player throughout his career. And one of the things that he did is he actually hired outside coaches to help him. He knew that he needed outside help in order to be able to become a better human being, a better coach, to reach the levels that he wanted to reach. You know, and by doing all of those things, by having the courage to do all those things, twice he won the NBA. He helped the Chicago Bulls win the NBA championship 3 times in a row. That's unheard of, right? So my question for you is, are you courageous? Are you willing to do whatever it takes to write and publish your book? Are you willing to take whatever talent you have, whatever amount of talent God gave you, and hone that into the mighty skill that's going to allow you to complete, publish, and market your book? Simple question, hard answer, right? Do you have that courage? Are you willing to do the hard work? Are you willing to stop doing something that you really like in order to do this thing you know you must? Right? That's the challenge. Truly, truly is. Are you willing to follow that courage, as Erica Jong says, to those dark places that are required in order for you to be successful? I just love that quote. It's so fun. Now, you're here watching me on this video because you want to write and publish a book. If you're here for any other reason, I'm not quite clear what that might be, because this is the stuff that I want to talk about. I want to figure out how to help you write and publish your book. So let me ask you another question. Have you started writing your book yet? I mean, if you have, that's fantastic. If you haven't, that's okay too. Have you set a deadline for the completion of your first draft? Do you know how to set a correct deadline for your first draft? Something that's not simply a guess, simply a number, that you pick out of the air. And my last question I want to ask is, are you suffering under one or more self-limiting beliefs? Things that either you were told growing up or things that you simply believe about yourself that negatively impact your ability to show up and be courageous every day of your life? Again, simple question. Hard answer, right? Are you willing to ignite your courage and with a detailed roadmap for success? Because this is what a really detailed, quality roadmap for author success does for you. Is it takes out it takes away all the negative stuff and replaces it with positive, affirmative things that will make sure that you cross that finish line when you said you would. That's the beauty of it. You know, one of the many components is manuscript math, and I love that. We'll talk about that later. But one of I want to talk about the things that your detailed roadmap for success actually includes. It includes your who. Who is your ideal reader? Why are they want to read your book? What is the problem that you solve for that ideal reader? Ultimately, regardless of what type of nonfiction book you're writing, you're solving a problem for someone else. That's why they would want to read your book. So what is that problem? Well, how do you solve it? When do you want to write each day? When will you write each day is probably a better way of phrasing that, right? What will you give up in order to make the time to write your book? Simple question, hard answer. Where? Where do you spend your time today? Where will you draw the time from? Because we only have 24 hours in a day. Every single one of us, no matter who we are, no matter how much talent we have, no matter how much willingness to do all those hard things are, doesn't matter. We still have the same number of hours in a day. So what will you do less of or drop completely so that you can make the time required to write your book? And your why. What is your why? This is probably, well, one of many most powerful. This is the most powerful thing. I have like 18 most powerful things. This is one of them. Why do you want to write this book? And you need to peel back the layers of all of that to figure out at the deepest level what's going to power you through those difficult days of writing. And how will your book impact the lives of your readers? How will your writing and publishing your book impact your own life? How will it impact the lives of your family, of the families of the readers of your book? Your outline, do you have a detailed outline so that you can simply push forward and write without having to figure out what you write next? Because ultimately that's typically what writer's block is. I don't know what to write next. And a detailed outline solves all of those problems. It's beautiful. And your deadline, manuscript math. How do you know exactly how many days of writing based on how many hours you can devote to it every day and how many words per hour you write? How many days will that take? It's a simple calculation. It's so fun because, again, this is one of those things that just kicks open those doors of possibility and just makes everything seem more doable. And that's what I love about it. So if you want to write and publish your book in 2023 and you haven't started yet, I would highly encourage you to join me for Unstuck, the free 5-day workshop for Christian nonfiction authors. And we're going to come together for 5 days, Monday through Friday, 10 o'clock in the morning, December 12th to 16th. And we're going to walk through all of the parts that help build your detailed roadmap for success, so that by the end of that week, your roadmap will be complete. You'll be able to start Saturday morning, well, probably Friday afternoon if you want. You'll start Saturday morning with a complete plan for writing your book, and you will know everything you need to know in order to get that done in an amazingly short period of time. That's the beauty of this system. That's why I love it so much. So if that sounds like something you would like to do, I would highly encourage you to go to christianauthorunstuck.com and sign up. And I'll start prepping you. It doesn't start until the 12th, but before that, I'll send out a couple of emails helping you sort of get ready. There's some preparatory work that you may want to do first. You don't have to. But if you do, it just makes the process that much easier, right? So with that, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I hope that you're willing to embrace that courage, to go to those dark places that Erica Jong talks about, where you're willing to do whatever it takes, no matter what that might be. Because that's what it takes sometimes to get these books written. And if it's on your heart to write this book, then this is probably something that will serve you very, very well. With that, have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow, 3 o'clock. Bye for now.